and people can't leave the country, and there's chaos on the streets, and the oligarchs, they can't rub two singles together. When does the security state in Russia make a move on Vlad?
Buck's going to know a lot more about this than me, but I tell you, it's not hard to see that Putin's power comes from the power he continues to secure by those around him. The oligarchs aren't suppressed for information. They can spend as much time here as they do in Russia. Their wealth allows them to travel the world. They understand probably more clearly than most of us do who Putin is and the positive and negative effect he has on his country. That's kind of the irony in this, is that the people who are in vast numbers and don't have the resources and are downtrodden the most by a dictator like this have the least amount of information. But when we go after the oligarchs, that's when the tide may get to change. I guess my biggest problem is we can't look at this as a U.S. strategy, right? We can't say, well, he's not going to send nukes because before he does, they're going to kill him themselves. That's not a U.S. strategy. That's not how we defend ourselves. And the fact that we're having to have this conversation because it seems like there's not a lot of other plays among our government, that's what's concerning, and that's what bothers me. I mean, the fact that we're at primetime television and we're looking at, well, maybe they'll kill Putin themselves or get rid of him themselves as a strategy. Isn't that kind of the problem, Jesse? I mean, doesn't that kind of tell you where we are with it?
Yeah, I mean, until he goes after a NATO ally, you just got to let him sink in Ukraine and just wreck their banking system from abroad. That's the only play. So, Buck, you're going to see the president